Hello, welcome to Formula 7 Racing. I'm your commentator, it's your next D, and it's Tier 3. It's 10 a.m. It's a wonderful morning so far, and we are going to go racing in Singapore. The floodlights are on, the beautiful sky is here for us all, and this is where everything is going to happen. It's a nice street circuit, a bit of room for racing, a bit tough for racing as well. You might see a bit of contact, we might see a few safety cars, but this is where everything can be made. This is where a man can win and a man at the top can make it there, but he could lose it all within a second. Anything can happen in Singapore. So, how is everyone today? I hope we're having a fantastic day. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning as well. Good morning, everyone. How are we all? It's time for us to go racing in Singapore Tier 3. We haven't done this Tier 3 commentary in quite a while, I might say, as this is going to be a great race today, as their Formula 7 has its nice, lovely billboards. We don't need telemetry on, we never have telemetry on, as this is where everything is very beautiful under the spotlights in Singapore. Full quality, of course it's full quality. So the bottom two drivers will be eliminated from Q1 to then in Q2 it will be from P15 all the way to P11, and then is Q3 where everyone is there for a battle. Here we are. So the audio is a bit quiet there, so we'll turn that up just a little bit. As Inhale FC, then the Mercedes comes out for his first lap. Look at all of this now. As the race director, Dave Debs, who is the creator of the race director. But should I buy F125 for the 26 cars and join next season? Marcus, if you'd like to, you can, pal. If you guys want to join Formula 7 Racing, exclamation mark, Discord in the chat. We will be live at 12 p.m., 12:30 p.m., sorry, for Tier 2. To then go on to Tier 4 at 3 p.m. to then have the best of the best. What F7 has to offer, Tier 1, which will be commentated by F7R Nathan, the man in the blue Williams car. My mic is very low. It shouldn't be. That is very strange. Is that better, pal? Guys, we'll move this a bit closer and turn it up. How is that, mate? Is that better? There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Fine. The mic is fine, mate. Okie dokie, pal. Just doing a few little intakes and do an audio test. There we go, the audio seems perfectly fine there, everyone. So, look at them billboards, look at that race director, made by Dave Dev, the man who is currently in P7 in the Haas, as we head through turn 1, into turn 2 now, turn 3, gotta get the angling right there, a little kink here, but it's not really a corner, as we head now down into turn 4 with Inhale FC, grabs the apex on the right hand side, and away he goes, DRS wide open now, as we head down into turn 5. Now, it's turn 6. It's a bit of a tricky one here, because if you grab too much of the curb on the exit there, your car gets stuck on it. But that's not what Inhale's done. Through turn 6 into turn 7. A little bit of a turn 8 here. Bit of a nice ableist, well, not ableist, sorry. Nice bit able to get the car rotated around. It is full qualifying as we now head into turn 9. Through turn 9, into turn 10, and then turn 10. Into 11, and now here's the tricky one. Here's turn 12, turn 13, the hairpin. Now is able to get the car rotated around and foot to the floor with the battery and the DRS as we head into turn 14 now. Through turn 14, he's able to keep it within track limits. He didn't use up all the track he could on the left-hand side, so he's obviously got something planned there. Maybe taking a bit cautious on his first lap just to get something on the board, just in case. As through turn 17 we go into 18 now, as the final corner I believe is turn 19, as I haven't got a track map up today. I don't know why, I didn't think to grab one. As in Hale sets a 30.2. Next across the line is Max Scavenger in the white Red Bull. So through the chicane he goes, he takes it very easy, gets the power down, and away he goes. Through the final corner we go now. And is Max Scavenger able to take it? No, it's a 31-1 for him. XD Storms next across the line. He's going to go, I believe, P1. Yes, he does. He takes provisional Q1 exit into Q2, sorry. As the next car across the line is going to be... Who was that? I think that was Dave. No, it wasn't. It was Podge. Podge next across the line. So then we have Ubo across the line to set a 31-6. So that's the top 5 so far. As MB goes P3. What a bit of a play on words that is. And then the McLaren, I believe, of Bananarama didn't set a lap, so he's going to be going again. As now the other Red Bull, who's down in P12, Jack Carter, is about to start a lap, invalidated his outlap. As that is, what car is that? I'm colourblind. That is Dave. As we now head into the chicane. Dave got a bit wide there, but he's able to get it on the exit. Power straight down. Yellow flag in sector 2 there. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Another yellow flag for the kick Sauber. Dave goes P4. That's now the Mercedes coming round the next few corners. As Bananarama's going very fast here. We'll go on board with the man. As he's got a Sauber ahead of him, so he might be getting a bit affected by some dirty air. Are they going to get out of the way there? And yes, they do. As into the chicane he goes now. Look at this. Unbelievable speed through this. Very close to the wall. The Ferrari very close to him as well. Into turn 13 now. Through he goes. And away Bananarama goes. And right behind him is the kick Sauber. Next across the line is going to be Jay Gullen. As Jay Gullen crosses the line to go, I believe he's going to go P6 here. He goes P4 instead. Wow, what a wonderful lap from him there as Nathan crosses the line to start his lap. DMB coming out of the pitch, just Jack Carter. No, James going to cross the line. Who goes to Williams here? Is he able to make it faster? He goes up to P2. So he's going to be buzzing with that lap. Next across the line is Bananarama, who goes up to P2 with that McLaren there, as Ubo very much on the curb there as they were heading to the pits. Max Scavenger out on another lap, I think that was. Or was that Jack Carter? No, that's Jack Carter. Across the line he goes now to go P2. Knocks Bananarama down the Ferrari. About to cross the line. I think that's Ifney, who's... No, it's not. That's MB. So I think MB's starting another lap now. Yes, he is. He's on another push lap as the Haas of Jay Gullen and Dave go into the pits. As Jay Gullen pulls to the side to let the other cars pass, as Nathan and Pritzi all with one another, but Pritzi's ahead, so we'll be looking at Pritzi as if he's about to start his lap in the scarlet red Scuderia Ferrari, as Pritzi on the medium compound of tyre in Q1. Interesting. We'll have a quick gander at all the tyres. Podge is on mediums. XD Storms is on mediums. On mediums. Mediums, sorry. I think Pritzi cut the pit lane line there. Not too sure. And he boxes as well. So next across the line, it's going to be Nathan. He's coming out a bit slow through there, but he's able to get the overspeed. He's burning that battery all the way down now. The V car behind him. I believe that is Podge, I'm pretty sure. That's across the line. If he goes to P9, Podge goes to P9 as well. Knocks Nathan down by 1 place. TNB Super Skills just started his lap, so did Ifney. As Jay Gullen starting his lap as well here. MB already got a purple sector 2, so he's pushing as much as he can as we head into the chicane with him. So right behind him is Jack Carter, I believe, as Max Scavenger is on an outlap. So MB0530G, is he able to maybe go up a few places? Up to P3 he goes, as Jack Carter into the pits they go. As behind them is Bananaramas, who is going to go into the pits. Or no, he's going on another lap on the soft tyre. Wow, okay. So everyone really showing what they can do today. As the Mercedes of Bulldog stays in the pits. So does Pritzi. So does... no, Pritzi did box. So does Yudi. But DMB Super Skills is going to be the next across the line, I believe. Unless it's going to be MB. MB on another push lap instantaneously. In sector 1, so he's giving it everything today. As we will go up to the Aston Martin as Ifney goes up to P3 now. As Bulldog, I think that's him coming out of the pit lane there. As now across the line, DMB Super Skills goes to P7. Bulldog comes out of the pits as well. As Podge Racing, I think he's about to start another push lap. No, he's not. He's going into the pits. The medium tyre's not worked out for him. Nathan letting pass. Oh, that was Banana there. Across. Sliding on the track. Wow. As Max Scavenger about to start his next lap. As away we go now with Max Scavenger, as there are a few cars ahead. As Nathan going for another push lap here. So Nathan not happy with a 31.4. Let's see what he can do. He's going to begin his lap. You've got a yellow flag at the back. That's a Scuderia Ferrari of, I believe, Ifney letting... No, it's not. That's MD letting someone pass. As now we go with Nathan as the McLaren of Bananaramas. Into the pits he goes. DMB Super Skills pushing through the chicane as well. He's able to give it all he can, and I don't think he's on a proper push lap, I don't think. Or is he? I can't tell at the moment. As he seems to be... But yeah, he is. He's on a push lap. He's giving it his all. As Kick Sauber of Ubo about to cross the line and begin his lap. Britzy as well doing the same thing. So, the next one to cross the line will be Jay Gullen. No, it's not. That's Mercedes. It's Bulldog, sorry, to cross the line next to start a lap. And a Ferrari of Ifney will go into the box as well. As good morning, everyone in the Twitch chat. How are we? I hope we're having a great morning so far. As the hat of Jay Gullen just coming through the final corner now. I think he'll be going into the pits as well. Just like the other, but right behind him is... No, it's not. Which one was that? That was Max Scavenger, sorry. To cross the line to go P11. Improves his time by 3 tenths. As Yudi begins his push lap now. Bulldog on a lap as well. And there goes the Williams of Nathan crossing the line to go P10. Up by 8 tenths. Yellow flag in turn 1 there. I believe that's Max Scavenger. Maybe had a bit of an incident with the wall. As we'll have a look here. Yeah, he stopped to let drivers pass, but not in the safest of locations, I don't think. But he is considered off track. As Pritzy now going to be next to cross the line before... No, next to cross the line is going to be Ubo, and then Pritzy, and then it'll be Bulldog, to then be Udi. So now, the bottom 4 here need to get in a lap. Are they going to be able to improve? Now, across the line he goes. P14, he stays where he is. Improved by half a tenth. Pritzy crosses the line. Invalidate. No, didn't. Yeah, got 130.4, sorry. So then next across the line is Bulldog. Around the final corner, the number 72 driver goes to go P9. Knocks down Pritzy by 1 place. Next across the line will be Yudi. He's got a purple sector 2 so far, so he's giving all he can. Yellow flag at the back. I believe that's for the Haas, I believe that is. Of Dave there, letting the Williams pass here as we go around the final few corners again for the qualifying session to see what they can all do. As Yudi in the pink Visa Cash App Racing Bulls across the line he goes up into P6 with a 130.1. Unbelievable lap from him there as Nathan dives into the pits. Dave as well, crossing the pit line there as well. I don't think the stewards are going to be happy about that one, as Dave has actually got damage as well. As Max Scavenger dives into the pits as well. Podge going to be getting his lap on the soft tyre. I believe his lap was done on the mediums. As we go now with this through the chicane into the final corner we go now to start the lap with Podge Racing, the man who was up for a championship, I believe, last season in Tier 3, sorry, up against Tio Tarland, who won it in the Kick Sauber, but Podge giving it his all this season to just try and make some ground up to get back at where he could be for a racing championship here. As through turn 4 he goes straight down now with DRS. ERS using it all the way to his capacity. As into turn 6 we go. Through turn 6 into turn 7, gets onto the curb just a little bit, didn't affect him much. Through turn 7 6, sorry, into turn 7. Into turn 8 we go now. Just a slight left-hander, you want to get it. You don't want to hit the wall. Whoa, he has. He's tapped the wall with the rear right tyre there. As we now head into the chicane, very close to the wall there as well. Podge, sorry, went a bit wide there through the chicane. That might cost him just a little bit. As we head now into turn 13 now, which is the hairpin in the Singapore track, which is, I believe, the Singapore hairpin is the best hairpin in racing, if you have to ask me. But Podge now up by 3.5 temps, I think that was. So can Podge be able to take it to the top 10 to get into Q2? This is going to be dividend for him on the soft compound of tyre. Is he happy with his lap? He's staying out. So I think Podge might be done in quali after this, unless he gets it to the pits. And he goes P15 just on the cut-off point here. So it's a 6/10 difference between Podge and Max Scavenger. Max Scavenger is going to have to go out on another lap. I'd say if the people up to P12 here might have to go out on another lap as the track is ramping up here. Ubo up by a 10th here so far. It doesn't look like he's able to improve enough, but is he going to be able to take something from this lap? No, he stays down in P17, and I think he's going to be a bit distraught with that one, as that's not going to be what he wanted, as we only have one Kit Sauber in today, and then the Aston Martins up in P11 and 8, as they both as the drivers all dive out of the pits now to get ready for their final runs in quali, as Nathan comes out of the pits first there, as Max Scavenger up in P17, 16 here, to just hopefully try and make it through. As we dive into the final corner, right behind him is Dave Devs, I believe, following him in pursuit, as away they both go on a lap now, as Podge and Ubo really need to see what they can do here, and I think Podge might be out of qualifying here, as he's got 0.3 laps of fuel left. So Podge is out. There's XD Storms is happy. He says, I'm comfortable where I am. I think I'm done. Ubo, he's got some fuel, but he's going to have to massively save it to try and complete the lap, as everyone starts here now. So Podge's qualifying's over and done with. Jack Carter retires. He's happy and safe. He thinks he's okay. As now we go with Max through the final few sectors now. Not final few sectors, sorry. Through the final few corners of Sector 2 that we will be seeing, is through the hairpin they go. The chicane, sorry. Podge retires. He knows he can't improve. He knows he might be out of qualifying here. As now Max really struggling on the exit there. He slowed down massively on the exit of the hairpin. As we've got yellow flags up ahead. I believe that is MB going slow in the Scarlet Red Ferrari. Max just ever so slightly within track limits there. As away they all go now. Ubo couldn't improve. He's out of qualifying. That's him over and done with. But Max needs to keep this within the white lines. Is he going to be able to improve? Push Podge down away and then take it. Is this going to be qualifying over and done with or not? Max goes up to P12. Dave Devs is at the cutoff point. Ubo is out as well. So this is qualifying over and done with. So we'll head on into Q2 now, as that is everything over and done with. Now, a lot of drivers seem to have wasted a spare set of softs, but the track ramping up ever so much here as well. This is going to be pretty intense here, as we only have one McLaren in the Grand Prix as well today. So whilst everyone's pushing on their lap, as Dave went onto a set of mediums, up by a 10th though, improving and impressive. As we have a little gander around here through Nathan. He's trying to push on his lap. I think this is now just practice for a lot of them all. For a lot of the drivers. Just a reminder, if you guys want to join the Discord, !Discord in chat. So then you'll be able to join our Discord server, which is Formula 7 Racing. We have LMU, ACC every fortnight on a Friday, I believe. ACC is a Monday, I believe, or Monday or Tuesday, and Realistic is on a Wednesday at 7 PM. Tonight, later today, 12 PM is Tier 2, as James goes fastest overall. Nathan up into P9. as Realistic is on Wednesday at 7 p.m. tonight. Later today at 12 p.m. we have Tier 2, where their drivers have a nice championship battle going on there between Malk and A Fixter, otherwise known as Adam. As all the drivers improving a lot here. Bulldog up into P11. Here, Pritzy stays P12. Max P13. So this is where it's all going to go. And then Tier 4 at 3 p.m. later today, which will be commentated by myself yet again. As then as well, Tier 1, the best of the best in Formula 7 racing, which will be commentated by this man here, F7R Nathan. As Yudi, doesn't seem to be improving here. He knows he's safe, so he's not going to burn out those tyres. So this is Q1 over and done with. We've lost the bottom two drivers, which is Podge and Ubo. So we'll be heading into Q2 now with a few extra drivers. So it'll be the cut-off point, P11 to P15. We lose those 5 drivers to then have P10 to P1. Battle it out. Who can set the fastest lap of the qualifying session to see where they're going to start in the Grand Prix as he retires to end the session a bit quicker. As track evolution around Singapore is massive, it is quite a big thing here, so be sure to stay tuned for the race. As MB takes Q1, he takes P1 in Q1, and then James takes P2, XD Storms takes P3, Jack Carter takes P4, P5 is Ifney, P6 is Bulldog, P7 is Bananarama, P8 is Yudi, P9 is Super Skills, P7 is P10 is Nathan, P11 is Inhale, P12 Pritzy, Max, Gullen, 13, 14, Dave, P15, and we lose Podge in P16 and Ubo in P17. So now, this is where everything is going to go very close between one another. Who's going to be able to pull it out of the bag in Q2 to say, see you later? I'm going into Q3, so we're going to be losing the bottom 5 drivers, the slowest 5 drivers. And then now we will head into Q2. Why did Podge retire? Podge had retired because he was out of qualifying. He didn't have enough fuel to do another lap as he got back into the pits. So he retired into the pits in a nice, safe, and fashionary manner. As we get ready for Q2 now. As we don't want telemetry on, I keep forgetting, don't turn that on. As we go ready for some racing action. As it looks like MB is going to be the first driver out on track, and away the Scarlet Red Ferrari goes. So then have the Mercedes drivers come out. No, it's a Williams driver. No, it was a Mercedes. As there goes the Williams of James, I believe that is. Yeah, James, and then Nathan will eventually come out soon. Yeah, even the Haas comes out as well, over revving that Haas as well quite a bit. As Max Scavenger comes out as well, and same with the pit limit as well, revving the engine like no tomorrow, as everyone is ready for Q2. So this is going to be very interesting between everyone. As Inhale went a bit wide there and lost and invalidated his outlap. As the driver is just trying to warm up those tyres, get some grip into them. As we just filter through the grid order now. MB leads the train to then have the Williams of James there behind him. To then have the Williams, that Haas of Jay Gullen. To then have the Alpine of XD Storms. And then the Mercedes of, where are they? Inhale, sorry. And then the next one will be Jay Gullen. No, it'll be Dave behind, sorry. And then, I believe it is Max Scavenger. No, it's not. I'm terrible at this. Jack Carter, sorry. To then be Max Scavenger. To then be UD behind. And then the Aston Martin of DMB Super Skills. Not Super Skills. I've clicked the wrong one. Let's click that. Which is Pritzy. So we have 10 drivers out on track at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drivers out on track out of 15. As we're going to be seeing them all start a lap now. MB starts as we head down into turn 1 we go. Flick it to the left, flick it to the right, into the left again. We go through turn 3, heading down now into turn 4. DRS detection point activated. As it looked like a bit of a slide there as he went into turn 4 as on the exit. As here, it's turn 5, just a little kink in the road, get it to the way where we go. And then now braking into turn 6, turn 7 we go now. Yellow flag, that is a V-carb, and I believe that's Yudi into the wall. Ooh, Yudi had a bit of an off just before he started his lap, and that's not going to be happy for him at all. That's not what he's going to be wanting there. As we'll have a look at the other drivers, as Max Scavenger's gone slow as well. Might have had a bit of an off, he's just letting pass all the other drivers. The V-carb of Yudi passing him now. As we look through, Dave already very close to a little bit of a snap there as well. But he avoided the contact with the wall as Jay Gulland absolutely going for it. Through the hairpin he goes. He's had a bit of contact with the wall, very close to the wall though it was. Jack Carter doing the same thing. Another yellow flag, I believe that is Max Scavenger going slow. As James showing immense pace here so far. Fritzy as well into the chicane. Oh, very close to the wall there. As MB crosses the line and goes into the pits. As next across the line will be James then. James sets the first lap in Q2. Damage is on, do not worry, as he goes in 130.3. Next across the line is Jay Gullen with a 130.2. So then XD Storms goes across the line with a 29.8 on the medium compound tyre. Dave with a 29.7. Inhale with a 130.2. This is ramping up now. The track evolution showing how much it can change the track time gain with one another. So then next across the line is going to be Pritzy 5411. Across he goes into the checkered flag for him. Not the checkered flag, the start finish, sorry. He goes P6. P7 is Yudi with a 36.0. He's going to be pushing on another lap again after that incident he had at the start there. As coming out of the pits is now Bulldog as well. As he climbs out the pits, it's Yudi as well, pushing on a lap here really quick. Matt Scavenger is a 2-minute 1 lap, but he will be pushing on again as well. Yudi giving it his all as well here, as the pink Visa Cash App Racing Bull gives it his all. Into turn 6 now he goes. Oh, bit of a snap mid-corner. Ooh, the rear end just stepping out ever so slightly. As now turn 7 into turn 8 we go. It's just this little bit of curb there. You don't want to take too much of it, or it can slide the rear end of the car, as we saw Yudi do in the corner in turn 6, through turn 8, turn 9, turn 10, into turn 11, through turn 12 now, into turn 13, the hairpin. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there, very close to the wall. Yudi struggling for grip, I think, here. So I think he's maybe struggling for grip, maybe on old soft tyres here. The yellow flag for one of the Hasses at the front there into the chicane. Don't forget, we are also sponsored by Sim Racing Setups. So if you want to set up, you can just go over to Sim Racing Setups and have a look. I believe we have a code. I think it's F7R. I believe the code is. I'm not too sure. Nathan will correct me on that later on if I'm not right, as he is in the pits. I'd assume watching as Yudi goes P7 with 2 seconds faster as Matt Scavenger, currently 27.8 seconds up on his lap time. So he's going to cross the line, and where is he going to go? He's going to set it. It's going to go P6 there, pushes down Pritzy and Yudi. As now Bulldog on his lap. There's a lot of traffic there at the back, looking at it from, what is that, P12 to... Are they rate? Have we got 2 drivers? No. It's just the Ferrari is folded there a bit on the mini-map, as Bananarama is just leaving it out a little bit to get some clean air on his lap as Bulldog into turn 6. Through turn 6 into... Ooh, he stayed away from the curb on the right-hand side, but into turn 7 we go. Turn 7 to turn 8 as he wraps the car around. Keep it away from the wall, Bulldog. You can do it. Yes, he can. And into turn 9 we head now, which is this tight corner. This is turn 9 into turn 10, and then turn 11 here, and then turn 12. Get it away from the wall, straight into the hairpin. Instantly on the brakes, bit wide there. Bulldog was but able to get the power down. His MB sets to 27, near enough flat for his lap. Gets onto the curb, can't do much about it when he's on that curb. Bananarama is fastest sector 1 by 3 tenths here at the moment. I believe he's fastest by 1.5 tenths between him and Dave for the fastest Sector 1 as Ifni already pushing on away from DMB Super Skills. Now there's DMB Super Skills as well behind him, following him in pursuit here as Bananarama is as well chasing him with open arms to maybe grab onto the back of the car to say, I want a bit of a slipstream as he takes the fastest Sector 2. I believe that's up by 2.5 tenths maybe, I'd assume so. As Ifni now through the chicane, about to cross the line now. Across the line he goes. Goes P3. Behind him is DMB Super Skills, who takes the fastest lap of the session to there now. Bananarama is improves by 2 tenths. MB stays in, goes to P7 there. As that is Nathan just crawling out of the pit lane here. As Jack Carter goes to P10 with a 30.3. As we have a few other drivers starting a lap now. XD Storms, I believe, on his push lap starting now. Q2, I believe it's a fresh set of soft tyres. As now there's a bit of yellow flaggage at the back there between the Mercedes and XD Storms is invalidated. That is his lap over and done with. So we'll have a look for Jack Carter. I think he's done another push lap. No, he's not. He's just done a lap. Bulldog out of fuel, low on fuel here. Pritzy has done another lap. Yudi though, I think Yudi is going to box. Yes, he does box into the pits. He goes. There's Bananarama just following in trail with the other drivers ahead now. Oh, no longer on a lap there as it goes a bit wide. Oh, it's a bit of racing here. Look, by the way things look. Banana burning to get ahead. I believe this is MB. He's going to go down the inside. They cover it off. It's a bit of racing in qualifying. Oh, it's contact. He's round. Wow. Banana with a 5-place grid penalty with Ifni. Oh, and there's contact. Banana's going back into the track. Another 5-place. Bananarama has caused a bit of chaos here. Wow. For a cheeky bit of racing in qualifying, has Nathan picked up damage? And Nathan going to be fuming at that one, I would assume. He is not going to be happy at all with that. And I think he's going to, yeah, he is. He's going to go into the pits there. As I reckon the stewards will not have a happy talk about that later on after the Grand Prix. Wow. Bit of racing between him and Ifni. And then a bit of contact between them as Pritzy goes round now to go P11. But I think P11 he goes. It increases by 8 tenths. Right behind him is NMX James. But that is insane there. And that is not what Nathan would have wanted to see there at all. It is not going to be happy. Nathan's going to have very strong words, I would assume, later on with Banana in the paddock when he sees him. As Jay Gullen on a lap, but invalidated at the last corner. So he was not on a lap. No, both of the... I can't go up. Hello? I can't... Okay. What's going on? Hello? Game? What's going on there? Sorry about that. No, Ifni wasn't on a lap either. Neither of them were on a lap. They were both on an in-lap. And they went to do a bit of racing, and I think Bananarama went for it. Ifni had a bit of a late move, and it caused contact in qualifying. Did not expect to be doing a bit of race commentary for qualifying today. As Max has gone a bit wide and gone onto the curb there. As now... away they both go. The Haas moves out of the way. MB retires. DMB retires. They think they're safe. Q3, as I think Bananarama's might do the same with that 29.5. Whilst Max Scavenger on the medium compound of tyre. As across the line goes James with a 29.4, improved by a tenth on Banana's lap time. I think I've just heard someone hit the wall there. As Pritzy dives into the pits. Oh, a bit squirrely. As Nathan has just said, he's watching the replay, it's not the best type of move to be done. I don't think it should have happened at all. A bit too desperate to maybe get back to the pits, probably do another lap. As this. Away Max Scavenger goes to set his final lap in quality. He goes to P13. He improved by 5 tenths and he stays where he was. So I think he's out of qualifying now. As Nathan needs to come out of the pits, I would assume, to do another lap, and I think he is coming out of the pits at the back, at the bottom of the garage there. Yes, he is coming out to do another lap. As Yudi does another lap. Bottom 5 will be eliminated from Q2, and then we'll go to the top 10. As Jack Carter starts his final lap of the qualifying session. Jay Gillen does the same as well. As away they all go now into turn 5 we go. The little kink on the right, away they go. Turn 6 is the heavy braking turn, and then get onto the curb a little bit, but don't get onto the curb on the left and the right hand side. Into turn 7 we go. Turn 8 now, wrap it around the corners, thread the needle, and away they all go. As this is going to be a very nice looking session. Oh, very close to the wall was Jay Gullen. Extremely close to the wall as XD Storms sets a purple sector 1, so he's faster than NMX James, but he's got onto the curve as well. It's not affecting, it doesn't seem to be affecting the drivers as much, depending on how the drivers use their ride height. As away Jack Carter goes. Inhale FC pushing on. Jack Carter sliding through the chicane there. As into turn 13 he goes. Now the hairpin, get it away from the wall. You don't have any contact with the wall, as you just lose all your speed, and I think he did have a bit of contact with the wall. As I think he is recharging the battery. Yes, he is recharging the battery here. As the next across the line is Jay Gullen. Across the line he goes to set for P2. Max Gamager retires into the pit lane. As the next across the line will be Inhale FC. For him to sort his lap out, and then it will be Jack Carter to end his lap. So now Jack Carter across the line, downshifts there, and into P10 he goes. The drop zone there seems very close to him. Yudi pushing on as well, and needs to find all this time. Is this going to be enough Bulldog as well on a push lap? As Inhale FC as well, pushing on his lap as well, as Jack Carter pushes on his lap again as well, so he's doing another one as well. As away they all go, as Fritzy on his final lap in Q2, as Nathan starts his as well. Away Nathan goes. We go. Away Nathan goes now, heading in to turn 4, through turn 4, into turn 5 we go. As now Nathan burning that battery. He's going to be absolutely fuming now for that incident with Bananaramas, and he's going to absolutely use that rage and put it into the track and put it into the car. As across the line goes Bulldog, who seems to be 5 tenths up, a flick of the wheel to the left. Straight across the line he goes. P7 with the 1 second improvement. XD Storms, I believe, crossed the line, I think. Yes, he did, but he invalidated his lap time. He's not going to be happy bunny about that. As at the moment, Inhale FC, purple sector 2. So he's pushing on and showing some great pace so far. So is Jack Carter. He's getting a nice little toe there from, I believe that is Jay Gullen. So now, across the line, across the chicane, he goes. So then now, Inhale to go across the final corner, lifting quite a bit, not very confident there. He goes P8 as Jack Carter needs to cross the line, goes to P4, as that's Pritzy down now, into the drop zone here. This is going to be absolute dividend. MB is out of qualifying, Max Scavenge is out of qualifying, Nathan. Is Nathan going to be into the drop zone and out of qualifying here? What can Nathan do? Is he going to be able to get into Q3? Is it going to be his? Nathan P13, he's out of qualifying. Fritzy needs to improve as well. Fritzy goes P13, he's out of qualifying. Ifney's out of qualifying. That was an intense qualifying there. It was insane. And I don't think that is what they expected to happen. Yes, there we all go now. As out of qualifying. So, NMX James takes it. Jay Gullen takes P2. Bananarama with a 10th place grid penalty. P3. Jack Carter P4. XD Storms P5. P6 is DMB Subskills Dave. P7. P8 Bulldog. P9 Inhale. P10 is Ifney, and the bottom 5 have been eliminated, which is Yudi, MB, Pritzy, Nathan, and Max, all from P11 to P15 there. Wow, that was an intense qualifying there. As into Q3 we head now. As we wait for the drivers to come out on track. As away the drivers go to go out on a lap now. As now Inhale comes out of the pits. Sorry about that, Ron. I just need to do something real quick. My apologies there. As away everything goes. One moment. I'm crying out loud. Sorry about that, Ron. 1 second. Um, as there we go. Sorry, Ron. As now the first person to start a lap will be XD Storm. Across the line, XD Storms goes with his fellow other drivers now. As ahead of him is, I believe, Jay Gullen there coming out of the pits. No, that's Dave coming out of the pit lane there to start an outlap. As now Carter and James beginning. Is Dave going to move out of the way for them just to not cause any issues for them? As Ifney starts his lap, Bananarama staying into the pits for the time being here. And I think this is not going to be fun for Ifney, as he's already invalidated his lap time. As away they all go. It's XD Storms absolutely pushing on. It's 26.6. The track evolution showing dividends already between everything there for all the drivers. Already able. We were seeing 27.5s as Sector 1, but now it's a 26.7 there. Insane times from the drivers there. And no, that was not a reference to the meme 6-7 to anyone listening. As now away, XC Storms goes again as Inhale crosses Sector 1. What's it going to be? It's a purple Sector 1 with a 26.8. Did he go faster maybe? As DM is SRL Bulldog there, showing immense pace already between them all. Is this going to be where Bulldog can maybe show some great pace? He's got a purple Sector 1. Ifney's invalidated as well, so there's no point in spectating him. As across the line, MX Exchange goes. Is XD Storms boxed as well? Inhale. Jay Gullen across the line to start a lap. Jack Carter goes into P2. Next across the line is going to be Dave. No, it's not. It will be Jay Gullen, to start a lap. As this will be intense now. As away everything goes. Jay Gullen across the line to go P3. Next across the line is going to be Ifney on his lap, but he's not on a lap. So it's going to cross the line to go Inhale FC as he goes T4 as if he's going to crack on with another lap. And away he's going to be going. Next across the line will be Bulldog. And out of the chicane he goes. As this is now going to be his lap. He's going to go P2 with a 30.1. Wow. All the drivers on old tyre compounds. And I think Bananaramas is going to come out at the end of qualifying here. So we lost the other 10 drivers. Well, other 7 drivers, might add, sorry. In Q1 and then Q2. It was a bit of an interesting one, Q2. We had a bit of contact and a bit of racing to then cause some chaos between Bananaramas, Nathan and Ifni there. So now, this is going to be insane now with them as Ifni goes through the chicane right behind him. Dave with a 29.7 flat. What a lap. I didn't notice that. I thought that was Jay Gullen over there. As away they all go. Now, as we'll go back on board with Ifni coming through the final few corners and now into the final sector he goes. DRS wide open for the Scuderia Ferrari as the Red Bull of Jack Carter boxes as well. Ifni about to cross the line. Away he goes. Now across the line and he goes. Fastest overall by 0.3 there. Insane lap from him there as the Mercedes boxes this lap as well. As XE Storms on an outlap as well. After he didn't set his lap, I believe he might have invalidated it. His first run in Q3. Now the Mercedes of DMB crossing the line to go ready on his lap. Bananarama still staying into the pit for the last 5 minutes of qualifying. I don't know whether he's coming out again or not. There's DMB already coming through. As whilst we're on here and not many people are on laps, exclamation mark Discord if you want to join the Discord server. We have Realistic on a Wednesday. We have ACC and LMU every fortnight. And that is, I believe, on a Friday for LMU and a Monday or Tuesday for ACC. Set of course a competition which is hosted and commentated by F7R Nathan. And then later today at 12 o'clock, half 12, we have Tier 2, Tier 4 at then 3 PM, and then Tier 1, the best of the best, what Formula 7 has to offer, will be live, commentated by F7R Nathan. As XD Storm starts his lap, Ifni going to go into the pits now. As we stay on board with DMB for the time being. As away they all go. Now, away goes the Aston Martin. DRS wide open, heavy braking zone. Into the chicane we go. Now, this is going to be a great one. Are we going to see Bananaramas coming out of the pit lane? The Scuderia Ferrari team seems to be coming out and getting ready. DMB goes P3 with that lap. There's XE Storms as well coming through. Sector 2 into Sector 3 now he goes. As away they are now. Between each one. Now XE Storms crosses the line. I think this is his quali over and done with. As there he goes. He takes provisional pole position in Tier 3. As NMX James going to have to put in an absolute shift to try and take pole position. Whilst DMB, I think he's rushing and scrambling to get back to the pit lane as well. As we look around for everyone, as that is the McLaren team coming out of the pits. Away they all go to get ready to go racing again for each driver now. That's Inhale come out of the pits. Jay Gullen going to be coming out of the pits as well. Mercedes of Bulldog coming out of the pits. NMX James already thrashing the car to get around the other side of the track as DMB out of qualifying now. That's his qualifying over and done with. Same with XD Storms. I don't think they've got enough time to get another lap in. DMB might, but I don't think he will. As Ifney not coming out just yet, as Ifney comes out of the pits now. The Scuderia Ferrari already showing it all. We have 8 teams, I believe. 8 teams in the top 10. 60 Storms cuts the pit lane and is on entry to go into the pits. If he goes out on a lap, is DMB going to try and get out on a lap already? Or is his time over and done with now? I think that's him done. I don't think he's getting another lap in there. As NMX James crosses the line to start his lap, and away he goes. Bulldog going to do the same thing shortly, but Bananarama's seeming to go at a decent pace to maybe wait for the track evolution to pick up a bit here. As DMB is going out for a lap, he's going to try get to the line, but he's not going to make it. As he maybe wasted a set of softs. As across the line goes no, it wasn't. That was Dave that goes across the line. My apologies there to anyone watching. As Redeem to make a prediction. XD Storms Tier 2. Fair enough. As away they all go now. This is at the moment, it's a second between P1 and P2. Are they going to be able to show the pace? Who was the first one on a lap? It was Inhale, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. As he goes, no, he starts his lap. Jay Gullen starting his lap as well, but he's invalidated, so his qualifying's over and done with. He's out. As Dave up by barely a tenth here, but it's purple sector 1. This might show dividends now in the pace and the tyres as DMB is invalidated his lap. He's out of qualifying now. There's NMX James up by 9 tenths here. Is NMX James going to take provisional pole position at the end of quali? This is going to be intense between them now. There's a yellow flag, I believe, for Ifney there, who got to get stopped in his tracks. And across the line goes James. James is P2. Just not enough to take provisional pole position, so XD Storms is safe. Ifney going to cross the line just with, I believe, 2 seconds to spare, I think, here. He's going to have to start burning, and across the line he goes with a second to spare. Dave now going into the chicane. It's all going to matter. DMB and XD Storms qualifying is done. That is them over and done with now. As Dave crosses the line to take P4. Stays where he is with a 10th improvement now. As Ifney's pushing on. NMX James is over and done with, so he's going to be happy with his qualifying. Bulldog next to, no, it's not, it'll be Banana and Inhale. As Bananarama is invalidated, he's going to the back of the grid. He is out of contention for the time being. As Inhale goes to P5, up by 9 tenths. SRL Bulldog crossing the line now, and away he goes into P7. He goes 3/10 improvement. Jack Carter with 8 tenths up at the moment. This is going to be where they go. He crosses the line. He goes P3, pushes Ifney down by 1 spot, but Ifney's on a push lap. He's got the time to maybe gain. Jay Gullen dives into the pits after invalidating his lap time. Who is going to take it now? Bananarama's out of Q3 essentially into the back of the grid with that 10 place penalty he has. As now away they go, Ifney. Purple sector 2. Is he going to be the man to take provisional pole position? They are currently 7 tenths faster, I believe. 7 or 6 tenths faster ahead of the drivers. This might be intense. Is Ifney going to take pole position? Is he going to do it? No, he takes P3, and that is qualifying over and done with. As there they go. NMX James showing pace. Everyone giving it their all. And away Bananarama plays to the back of the grid. He goes. 7 tenths clear of P2 is XD Storms. That is insane of a lap there. Unbelievable stuff right there as we wait for the session to now end. As now, this is how the race is going to start. Now, XD Storms in P1, P2 is James, P3 Ifney, P4 Jack Carter, Dave P5, P6 Inhale FC, P7 DMB Super Skills, 8 is Bulldog, and P9 is Jay Gullen. And back of the grid, will he go from P10 all the way to P17? Is Banana Rama plays? That is not what he's going to be wanting today, and I think he might be a bit worried with how he's going to get through the grid order. So we'll see you guys at the 5 red lights. Just a reminder to anyone spectating, do not ready up instantaneously. I believe we have a selected player to ready up to then inform the grid on when we will go racing. As the formation lap begins now. As XD Storms is to the start of the grid already. So we'll have a quick look at the tyres. What tyres are people on? We see a lot of mediums. Banana Ramas, Podge, and Pritzi going to go long on the hard compound of tyre. This is in what he's going to be wanting. As XD Storms DSQ'd already from the formation lap there. So that's going to be an interesting one. As the tyres seem to be going up, the tyres won't warm up or use any tyre wear. So at the moment, XC Storms maybe got a bit of an advantage on the Williams driver as he is leading the formation lap here now. As away we'll go down. As this is where it's all going to go. Who will take the lead of the Grand Prix into Turn 1? Will it be XC Storms? Will it be MX James? Will it be Ifni? Could it even maybe be Ubo, who's in P16? Anything can happen in Formula 1. Absolutely anything as we now line up on the grid with NMX James. As this is where it all starts. This is where everything can happen. Who can take it? As NMX James has been disqualified and he's got set back. Bit too far ahead there. Ifni just lining up there as the Inhale FC has been disqualified. Same with Bulldog, same with Max Scavenger. A lot of disqualifications already as Banana Rama's. Yubo's been disqualified as well as Banana Rama, and we wait for, I believe that is Pritzi at the back. Yeah, that is Pritzi. Just waiting for him to form up on the grid. As it's time for the 5 red lights. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready for green, 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 because it's lights out and away we go. XD Storms with a terrible start, being bashed about already, a bit of damage. NX James takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Jack Carter's jumped Ifni on the start there. Ifni down into P3. Bulldog into P5 here. Inhale stays in P4. Jay Gullen chasing down Bulldog. Dave as well, chasing down his teammate. They're going to work together, I would assume, as they will be doing, as they are good teammates. Pritzy as well clatters the wall there. Bit of contact with it as Nathan down into P16. Banana Ram is up by 4 places already into P14. Yudi made a major start there. Max Scavenger making some moves. Down the inside they go. Who's that? Yudi battling it out with them both. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. But there might be a bit of contact at the start, as this is now intelligible, as I believe the Aston Martin has got damage there, as a disqualification's been put in place for XD Storms, who is now out of the race. And that's him over and done with. As someone has got some damage, so we'll have a quick little peek. Yes, it is. DMB has got front wing damage, I think that is. Yes, he has. He's missing an end plate. As we go down the grid order yet again, I believe a few other drivers might be missing an end plate as well at the top. So, NMX James had an amazing start here into the lead of the Grand Prix. Got Jack Carter jumped Ifney instantaneously. Reactions like a cat he had there to get going. As Ifney into P3, Inhale, P4, Bulldog with a major start there. And we'll have a look at the position changes here. As Ifney stays where he started, Inhale up by 2 places, Bulldog up by 3, same with Jack Gullen. Dave lost 2 places there, he's been overtaken by his teammate already. Pritzy up by 4, Max Scavenger had an amazing start to get 5 there. As UD and MB stay where they are. VMP lost out 5 places. He started from P8, or just P7, sorry. So he's lost out a few. Banana Rammers gained 4 places after that 10-place grid penalty in qualifying. Ubo up by 2. Podge and Nathan stay where they are, but Nathan loses out 3 places. So that is not going to be happy. Here's Max Scavenger's making the move. He's been pushed off track by Pritzy. It's going to go to the wire. Down the inside goes MB of Yudi. Bit of contact. Argy Bargy, very hard racing here. But he's going to lose out to Yudi as well now. As across they all go now. Everything warming up, heating up between one another. Jack Carter has already left Ifney in the dust and says, see you later, pal. This is going to be my way now. As James leading the Grand Prix. Still, he's not having any issues. There's a yellow flag. That's Pritzy. Pritzy, I think, had a bit of a contact with the driver. As around the hairpin they go. He's lost out to Banana Rammers now. Ubo maybe having a look at it, maybe making a move there at all. Maybe going to go down the inside, maybe. Oh, dear, Prince has to take avoiding action to not go into the back as it's a reset to track instantaneously there from the driver. Is a possible 1-stop strategy or a 2-stop. 14 laps on the medium compound tyre. They're going to go very long as Jack Carter showing his pace to chase down the driver in P1 here. This is going to be great. As Inhale and Bulldog scrap it out and they let one another pass. As away they all go. Dave has front wing damage. That is very unfortunate for Dave. He's not going to be very happy with that, I would assume. Max Scavenger, has he got any damage? He has. He's missing an end plate as well. As we look around the grid order now, I think the Ferrari might be missing an end plate too. So a lot of damage already been taken. Whilst now, Dave is in a race of his own. Max Scavenger trying to give everything he's got to just try and catch up with all the other drivers. As we look around, has anyone else got damage? Has DMB got damage? He has got damage. Banana Ram is going to go look around the outside. As can he make the move? Bit of contact. Oh, there's a lot of contact between the drivers. As he's got the inside line. DMB lets him pass. And DMB's getting argy-bargy with everyone else behind into the back. Someone's gone into him. I believe that was Podge racing there. As Nathan overtakes Podge, into the chicane we go. Ubo, do you want to maybe try and battle it out? Nathan going to make some move up here. He's going to make some ground up. This is Nathan, where he's going to play that smart. He's going to go long on the mediums. He's not going to try battle. He's going to wait for others to make mistakes, like Podge and Pritzy have done, to gain 2 places. As we head up to the grid order now, into the braking zone of the chicane we go. Jack Carter, Ifney doing the same thing. Bulldog very close behind Ifney. Ifney's qualifying pace was very quick, but the race pace seems to be dropping off on the medium tyres already. As the tyre drop off for the mediums is around lap 6 to 5 here. As Nathan's got front wing damage already. I think he's going to go into the pits, I think. No, he's not. Yes, he's crossed the pit lane line. Wow. A lot of drivers we saw in qualifying done that, but in the race, didn't really expect it. It's Jack Carter onto the gearbox now of NMX James. Whilst Bulldog's doing the same thing. We're going to have a battle for the win here. Not at the moment. As we look behind, Bulldog maybe going to make a late move. No, he's not. He's playing it safe. Both drivers low on ERS, apart from Ifney, who's on 45% here. As Inhale, I believe his goal is to hold out the drivers. As that's someone off, I think. That is MB there, who's had a bit of an off. As Bananarama has looked at trying to make the move, and he couldn't do at the moment. Whilst DMB is going to be very annoyed with himself at that mistake earlier on. So he's going to have to try and give it his all as Nathan's come out of the pits now with a brand new front wing. Whilst Nathan now has to go another stop, which I don't think he really wanted to do. As we look at the grid order now, it's 4 tenths now on the straight with DRS. Jack Carter, he's recharging the battery. He's not wading it out. He's just going to play it smart. Recharge the battery, see if I can get more and use that DRS to my advantage is what he's going to be thinking here. But now, through the final corner to head on to lap 5 we go of the Singapore Grand Prix in Tier 3. Is Ifney, he's already dropping off in his lap time. Bulldog drops off, I believe, 6 tenths that lap. He was right behind him at the start, and now all of a sudden he's behind him. But I believe Ifney is better in the sector 2, where we have that chicane, and then Bulldog is faster in sector 1 and 3. So we'll find out now who's running less rear wing than one another. Well, they're both running near enough maximum downforce as we see all the drivers activating DRS behind. Dave trying to catch his teammate, and he's done very well. He's pulling away from Max Scavenger, who now, as Yudi dropped off as well, but onto the back of Yudi is Bananarama plays. Is Banana going to look at a move? He has a little peek, I'd assume, but not to make a move just yet. Whilst MB getting onto the curve, so he's going to be struggling with that curve quite a bit, I'd assume, as Yudi now really close behind him is on the gearbox as Yudi's disconnected. I don't think that's what Yudi would have wanted there. So now, Yudi's AI might slow down the rest of the grid. So now, this might play into hands of Podge. Podge might be able to catch up a little bit here because the AI. Is this going to show any extra pace? But it doesn't matter. We've got a battle at the top. Bananarama is up to the top. We'll have a quick check if we have him added to invite Yudi back to the session. We don't have Yudi added. I can't invite him at the moment. If someone tells Yudi to add me on EA, I can get him back in. As Yudi's dropping down the grid now. As does DMB some skills and MB battling it out. MB's got the overspeed of the corner. Is he going to maybe make a move? Not just yet. He's waiting it all out. Jack Carter and James going back at it again with more DRS. But I think James is faster in the corners as Jack Carter's had a bit of a snap of the rear wing there. Yo, it's your next D. It's your next D. It is just the same as the Discord name. As now we look around, is this going to be doable for them at all? For Jack Carter, Jay Gullen gets overtaken by Inhale. Inhale's got the inside line. Jay Gullen's going to go around the outside, and he takes the place back and says, "See you later, pal. That's mine." But look at them scrapping. That's going to allow Dave to join into the party. Dave right at the rear there of the Mercedes there. As we now heading into the chicane. Is this going to be dividend for Dave? Is Dave going to be able to get a move done down at the hairpin at all? Or no? This is going to be absolutely insane for the drivers now. Look at how late on the brakes Dave went. Bit of contact for Jay Gillen and Inhale there. Side by side they go. This camera angle showing us the battle there. Insane from these two. Oh, go around the outside as Jay Gillen close to the wall. But Dave's Dev right behind him. And DRS activated for both of the drivers. So is Jay Gullen now going to be vulnerable to his teammate? He is. Dave says, right, let me have a go. I'll see what I can do. As the teammates working together yet again. As Jack Carter has been dropped by a second against James there. But we've still got a fight on our hands. It's 2 tenths between each of the drivers. Jay Gullen with a bit of a rear slide there into the corner. Is this going to be a place where they can make some moves? As Dave goes into P1 using DRS to his advantage. Is now into turn 2, turn 3, wrap it round, misses the apex. Dave's got a bit wide, but Jay Gullen right behind him. He's going to be able to try and make a move on Inhale with the DRS, so he's going to try and pull away from Inhale to say, hang on, if I pull away here a bit, that slipstream's not going to be as strong for my teammate. Is this going to be doable at all? Now, between all the drivers, Jay Gullen, is this going to be his to take it at all? Jay Gullen needs to get close. He's got onto the curb again. He's going to be struggling now into the tight corners now. We had as Jack Connor's lost out at nearly another second. Right behind him now is Ifney, and Bulldog staying on the tail of Ifney as well. Onto the gearbox. Look at how very close to the wall was Bulldog, having a bit of wheel spin there on the exit of the chicane as he tilts the head and the wheel to the side to get fast as Nathan into the back. Change the underscores to hyphens, Bjorn. Change them to hyphens, and then it'll be right. As we look around now, as Ifney and Jack Carter super close between one another now. Oh, I'm not signed in. Change the underscores to hyphens as Judy's back in already, so never mind, my apologies everyone. As Ifney now 3 tenths behind. Wrap it round turn 3 again. We'll have a quick look at this battle that's going on behind. Dave managing to stay ahead of Inhale here. So Dave might have a bit more straight line speed here. Wait, to what? Don't worry about it, Bjorn. I'll tell you in a little bit. Don't worry. As we now focus on this race with Dave with the damage as well. Damaged Dave. Ifney overtakes Jack Carter into turn 6 they go. Is Inhale going to be able to make the same thing happen? He's got no battery. Nothing to burn with. Same with Jay Gullen here as well. Both of these drivers struggling ever so much. As Nathan now actually making up some ground on some of the drivers here. As the mediums are wearing off quite a bit now. So these guys are going to be struggling ever so much. As Bulldog now trying to maybe make a move. Has Jack Carter burned out those tyres, trying to battle with James so much here. Right now, this is going to be James's way, unless there's a potential safety car, which we might potentially see. Pritzi cracking on as well at the back of the grid. He started ever so high up to then make that one little mistake, lost him out. He managed, I believe he got up to P10 to then lose it to now P14. Went to the back, got overtaken by Nathan, I believe. But then Nathan boxed because he had some wing damage as Jack Carter's been overtaken as Jack Carter dives into the pits. 3-second time penalty for Pritzi for track limit violations here. Now this is getting a bit spicy. Dev as well as Inhale boxes as well to maybe get the undercut upon Dave. So this, we're going to see a few drivers boxing this lap now maybe. As we look at Pritzi who stays out. As right behind them is the AI of Yudi, who's now back into the race. Yudi looking at a move. Is he going to make it down into turn 1? He's got Jack Carter on his left. Is it going to be a bit spicy between them all now? Is Ritzy going to try and make a move, but Jack Carter might be getting a bit held up between these drivers now. Oh, and Yudi's into the wall. Whoa, wow. A bit of wheel spin caused a bit of damage and losing the rear end as DMV Super Skills goes off track there. As we'll have a quick look between the battle between the two teammates here. As Yudi now got damaged. Not going to be happy at all. Nathan managing here to gain a bit of time. He's gained 11 seconds with them all pitting. But at the moment, it's not going to be enough, I don't think, between them all. As Ifney not seemingly to catch enough upon James. But if he keeps catching, he's going to burn out the tyres whilst James is in nice clean air at the moment. So his tyres are going to assume are the best. Jay Gullen sliding now through the corners as Bananarama is up into P6 now. After that 10th place grid penalty in the start. Is now Max Scavenger right behind him. All of a sudden, is he going to maybe make a move on him in the medium compound tyre? Or is he going to go into the pits? Who's boxing this lap? We'll have a quick look. Stay with the pits. DMB's boxing this lap. He's going to go onto the hard compound of tyre. Podge stays out on the hards. Jack Carter coming around the final corner. Yubo now. Oh, Jack Carter. No, Yubo and the Pritzi there. Very close coming together. There's into the pits goes Yubo and Yudi dives into the pits. Inhale stays out because he's already done his first pit stop. As we go down the griddle now, having a look at what battles we have. Bananarama's got past Jay Gullen with absolute ease. So the hard tyres now going into play as the mediums have worn off just a little bit. But the mediums still showing good pace. At the moment. Ifni gaining a tenth, gained 2/10 into the chicane we go. As Ifni able to maybe make some moves as Nathan comes out ahead of Yubo and Yudi. Nathan really in need of a safety car right now for this Grand Prix. Ifni with a bit of wheel spin, but right behind him is Bulldog, who's going to be slowly catching. This is great racing so far. As Dave now into the turn 15 there, I believe that is. Turn 14, sorry. As now away they all go. Ready to go racing. Jack Carter and Bodge gonna have a little scrap. As right behind Pritzi is Inhale. Inhale getting held up by the Aston Martin. He's not going to be happy about it at all as he's pulling to the racing line. He's defending the inside line. Is Pritzi, who stays ahead, but is it going to be enough for him at all? The fresher tyres on the hards, but he nails back onto the medium compound actually. As Pritzi stays ahead, into the braking zone they go. As this is now not going to be happy. Jack Carter with a 3-second time, and it is Jay Cullen boxes as well, with a nice little fight on our hands. Ifni with 1.9 behind James now. This is going to be very, very intense between them all. As now these drivers having a little scrap, one on old, one on new. You can see how much graining is beginning to form on those tyres as Pritzi gets past, but he's going to have some DRS to his advantage now, which might off-throw Inhale's plans, but he's gone wide. A bit of wheel spin, a bit of rear lockage has cost him a bit there. 8/10 as Ifni's catching James at a rapid pace now. Ifni's warmed up those mediums again. He's got them back into play. Is it going to be Ifni for the lead, the net lead of the Grand Prix? But whoever boxes is going to see how much time the fresher tyres have gained. But then you've got the fresher tyres and then the tyres that are older, but they're going to go longer when they box eventually. As James, I think he's just trying to manage these tyres up a little bit now. As doesn't dive into the pits, but what does Ifni do? Ifni stays out as well. He's going to be copying everyone else, I think. As Dave, right behind him is Bananarama plays. Is Dave boxing? Dave's coming into the pits, and into the pits he goes. As Bananarama is now back up into P4 he goes. From P17 on the grid to P4 in just 12 laps. As we'll have a look at the stops, everyone else from P8, P10, P to P12 to P16 have all pitted. As then we'll have a look at the tyres as Dave's on brand new tyres, and his teammate I don't think is going to come out ahead of him at the moment, as Pritzi's boxed as well. As there we go. As a lot of drivers have boxed extremely early. DMP gets past his teammate. I think DMP did pit. He did. He's got a new front wing. Number 2 there. The old number 2, I believe, of Daniel Ricciardo. No, number 3, sorry, was Daniel Ricciardo. As now Ifni chasing down NMX James. He's got DRS range, but he didn't get it. He wasn't within the detection point. 3-second time penalty to Yubo. Track limit violations now. Jack Carter's 3-second time penalty. Is this going to affect him at all? As it's a 6-second gap, between Bulldog and Bananarama. Banana is going to go, I believe, to lap 18, I think, on these hard tyres. Then box, and then do 13 laps on the mediums. As right behind now, it's very, very close between them. It's going to be close now. Max gets past the Ferrari, but the Ferrari's coming back at him again. Around the outside he goes and says, "See you later, pal, that's mine." As MB on 13-lap old medium gets past the man who's on fresh hard. This is going to be intense now between all the drivers, as the grid looking very split for the boxing as well. Max Scavenger on old mediums as well, so he's going to let his teammate pass when he can to then give him the advantage. So far, it's looking close between everyone. Ifni again trying to get within that 1-second margin for the drag reductive system. What is the drag reductive system? When you open the rear wing, this thing right here with the 2 HPs and white, it gives you an extra boost of 12 kilometers per meter. 12 kilometers per hour, which then increases your speed by, I believe, 7 miles per hour. For anyone that doesn't kilometers per hour there. As now, is he within that 1 second gap? No, he wasn't. He hasn't got DRS. There's Bulldog now. Bananarama, sorry, chipping away at Bulldog. Max Carter gets past his teammate. Jack Carter, not Max Carter, sorry. Jack Carter gets past his teammate Max Scavenger. It says, see you later, pal. Thank you for helping me. So now, Jack Carter going to get past MB next on his hit list to try pull away. As Bananarama as well, chipping away at this time between both of the drivers. Ifney boxes this lap. Into the pits he goes to get the fresher tyres. And James, lap 14, look at those mediums. They are screaming to say, hold me, let me go. Bananarama takes P2 so far. So now the net leader is going to be either Ifney or Jack Carter, which I'm going to assume it will be Jack Carter, because Jack Carter's going down the inside of MB and says, see you later, pal, that's mine. As he's ahead of Ifney now. So this is getting intense between all the drivers. A lot of overtakes happening and a lot of battling. Inhale overtakes Ifney as he's coming out of the pits as Dave on the hard tyres. Just behind him is his teammate Jay Gullen. DMB overtakes Max Scavenger, who's into the pits, is now on hard tyres. But F7R Nathan now up into P13 after that start with a bit of contact between him and some other drivers there. As now James and Bananarama's gonna go at it. Banana gonna give it all he can for the next 5 laps, as I think that's when his pit window will open. As Jack Carter, MB, all battling it out. Same with Podge, but Podge and Inhale looking at it, going at it. Maybe no, Podge playing it quite cool, whilst Inhale maybe thinking of, oh, I could have made the move, but it was a bit too risky for my liking. But look at this now. He's defending his Podge on the inside line. As away they go now is Podge. This is going to be intense for them all to just try and pull away. As look at this now, Inhale just getting a very impatient, and Podge is into the wall. Bit of contact between the Mercedes driver. But this is now left here. Podge very vulnerable to Ifney. Ifney with the DRS, he's going to maybe make the move. He gets over the overtake. He's going to go down the inside. No, he's not. He gets past before we even get to the corner. As Podge ran a bit wide on the exit there. So Podge now going to have to go as long as he can as MB and NMX James box. Who's coming out ahead? Is it James? Is James going to come out ahead? He is. He might stay ahead. Into turn 1 they go. Very close to the wall. He's kissing the wall just to try and come out ahead of Podge Racing. There's a yellow flag. That is Yubo into the wall. There's Yubo waiting for a safe place to return to the track as Bananarama leads the Singapore Grand Prix, but still yet to pit. Now, as away they all go. Ifney ahead of this little train. James in distance here. Is he going to be able to make a move at all? He's looking. He really is taking his look. So maybe, hang on. I could maybe wait for Ifney to make a little mistake and I could then take the place there. Whilst James is going to be roaring to get past on those tyres that are 70 degrees currently. This is going to be very, very intense now. As James has the perfect chance here to just recharge that battery up. He's already dropped Podge Racing by 2 seconds. Why not wait it out and just recharge the tyres, recharge the energy recovery system? As now we go down again. Jack Carter with a 3-second tyre penalty in P2. Ifney, Inhale, James, all chasing one another today. There's Jay Gullen. Ubo with a 10-second time penalty for crossing the pit lane exit line. As there we go, now up in P15, maybe trying to make some ground after that start. There's Nathan up into P13, he hasn't got a box again. So is Nathan maybe thinking, I could take these to the end if I just nurse them, take it easy every corner. As James has lost a few tenths here to Ifney as he overtook Inhale for P4. So this is going to be a very good battle between them all now. As here we go. DRS activated. DRS burning straight down Pritzy with another 3-second time penalty for track limit violations. As away they all go now into turn 6, into turn 7. As James got the fastest sector 1 so far. So even behind in some dirty air, he's still able to go fastest. this is going to be very close between the drivers. Let's just have a nice little look at these billboards here to show that we do Le Mans Ultimate as well, LMU and ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione is come later on within the next week. As now NMX James pushing on to just try and catch Ifney. He hasn't got a lot of battery. Ifney chilling out with his battery, and NMX James just chasing him down now to just catch up with this. But the ERS is in maximum harvest mode as Jay Cullen and Podge have a bit of a scrap, and I think Jay Cullen had a bit of a slide there as he went through the corner with the ERS wide open. As Bananarama has boxed on lap 17 for fresh mediums. So he's doing 14 laps now on medium tyres. We saw the drop off, we saw how much drivers lost on them, but now this is going to drop him down the grid order, I believe. I think he's going to go to 10, I think. Maybe even 11. Who knows as he gets away from the wall, comes out in P10. Yes, P10. So now, who is going to take this? Jack Carter into the lead of the race. Ifney and James battling it out. But the issue with this battling that they're going to be doing now is they might lose out to Jack Carter. The energy recovery system needs to be managed by both drivers here to maybe see if they can gain as NMX James has a bit of contact with the wall. As he had a look at a move, he had a bit of a peek, and it was like, maybe, no, I'll wait out just a little while. Whilst Nathan in P13, again, just managing the tyres from what it looks like at the moment. So Nathan, currently just chilling out, managing those tyres, whilst Pritzi is chasing him down behind. And the same with all the other drivers. But at the moment now, look at how close James is behind Ifney. He's going to go all the way straight down to the wire. It's going to look like it's going, but not enough, as they are actually catching Jack Carter quite a bit here. As this battling would maybe decrease the amount of time they would gain on Jack Carter. But at the moment, no. There's James burning the battery, and he's going to put it back into non to recharge again. As away we go now with that nice, lovely looking Williams racing car there. As Bananarama gets past Podge as Podge boxes after doing 18 laps on the mediums now. As he's going to fall straight down the grid order, I believe. As Nathan now coming around the final few corners. As James 110th here, it's super close. Is James going to maybe make a move here at all? No, he's not. He's just going to wait it out, isn't he? Constantly just recharging that battery up against James. James making him burn a bit. Just maybe say, hang on, you're looking a bit worried and scared here. 10-second time penalty for Pritzi for a corner cut infringement. We'll have a look where that is. And how has he got a 10-second for that? I would assume he got it from the corner prior. As he's waiting to serve that now. As away we go. With Ifney and James. Full times back now. Difference again. It was very close last lap. This is because we go now. As now away. Podge and Judy battling it out between the Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls. As U-Boat now overtakes Fritzy, who is now coming out of the pit lane now. As this, look at this now, it's 5 seconds. Jack Carter might be in a bit of spot of bother within the next, I'd say, 7 or 8 laps. As we head around now, James maybe having a bit of a look. Ifney maybe getting a bit worried here against everyone else. As Inhale, I think Inhale's gone into the pits, which is allowing everyone else to overtake him. He's going to go onto the hard tyres. Bananarama plays, takes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. Now away we go. There's James gonna get close, exponentially close. He's gonna go for a late move. No, he's not. He's gonna wait it out again against the driver, the Ferrari driver, Ifney. This seemingly to be very close between one another now. As these drivers always going at it, as these two working together. Maybe try to pull away from Bulldog for a bit to then pull away from Banana when he eventually catches, because look who's on the back of Bulldog. It is Bananarama on fresh medium tyres. But then B is also slowly catching up Bananarama plays here. Is Nathan now into P11 with DMB right behind the Williams driver. As into turn 6 Nathan goes. As we look around again, Ifney battery management looking good, but James is struggling quite a bit. It's now a 3-second gap between Jack Carter, Ifney, and NMX James. This battle could go to the end of the Grand Prix now, which would allow Dave Dev to also catch up, and Jay Cullen. Bananarama looking at the moves side by side, and he gets past Bulldog, but Bulldog's still there. He has to leave a bit of room. He's onto the curb, but Bulldog's still trying to make it work, as he has to eventually back out there. As now away we all go with these two battling it all out again. As now James and Ifney 2.3, 2.3, still 2.2 now between Jack Carter and James. Between Ifney and Jack Carter, sorry. This seeming to be extremely close between everyone now. As down the grid order, Jay Gullen and Dave losing out a second there, Dave has. But they're going to catch as soon as they catch Jack Carter, because they might all start squabbling here. As away we all go. As we'll have a quick peek at the tyres again. These are the tyres. 11 lap old tyres for Jack Carter, so they are going to be falling off soon in grip. 5, 6 and 5 for James and Ifney. Dave on 8, Jay Gullen on 9, who took the pit stop prior to help his teammate out later on, and Dave did come out ahead of his teammate. Bananarama right on the gearbox soon to be of Jay Gullen, as Bulldog lost out of it, but he has got DRS still. As away they all start going, as Nathan loses out to DMB Super Skills, and I think Nathan is really just trying to go to a one-stop here. As Ifney, Jack Carter all get past as Jack Carter goes into the pits now. As Ifney and James all squabble it out again. Jack Carter took the chance maybe to think, hang on, my tyres on the cliffs. If I go onto the mediums for 10 laps, I might be able to gain a bit of time and catch them all back up. But look at him now, falling down the grid order. He's going to go, I believe, he might go to P8 here. He might be overtaken by his teammate on the air. He is. His teammate, Max Scavenger, has overtaken him. But between these two, now it's again a battle for the win here now in Singapore between the Williams and the Scuderia Ferrari. As Bananarama gets past Jay Gullen, there's a bit of contact between them both. Jay Gullen on the outside, as they have a bit of a hard racing there between them, and Bulldog now on the tail, going to be on the tail of Bulldog soon to be. Again, I think the hard tyres have fallen off now. All the drivers that boxed a couple of laps before some of the medium runners might be struggling a bit with tyre wear. As we now see Max and Jack Carter have a bit of a squabble, but Jack Carter gets passed by his teammate again. As Inhale was up there as well, and he's now back into P10. He was able to fight for something earlier on, and then now he's boxed. I don't think his pace is being shown again. As DMB also slowly but surely catching up as well. As away we all go again now. Banana and Dave giving it all. Dave maybe not going to let go as hard as his teammate did. Dave's going to give it his all as Bananarama went off track there. So I think Bananarama has got a track limit warning for that. As Jay Gullen, I believe, dived into the pits. No, he hasn't. Bulldog overtook with DRS, sorry. Is now right behind Dave. Jay Gullen with a 3-second time penalty now. There's Dave and Banana going at it again. But we'll have a quick look. These two not doing much at the moment, but we'll have a quick look. Away they go now. Bananarama's burning all the battery. Dave giving it a all. He's going to go down the inside. He's going to go defensive. Is Dave, but it wasn't enough. He braked a bit too early. But is he going to go back at him again on the inside here? Maybe go for a little bit of a late move. Bananarama sliding through the corner there. As away they go now with Dave still rocking that front wing damage. As Jay Gullen, his teammate, picks up that time penalty and has lost out quite a bit all of a sudden now. So this is going to now go down between Ifney, James, and maybe Bananarama if he can continuously drive that pace that he has currently, even with the medium tyres falling off. As away they all go now. It's Jay Gullen within 7/10 of MB. MB within 4. This has got a little bit of a small battle between them now. There's Dave still within a tenth of DRS for it. MB pulls out to the inside line. Down the inside they go, and Bulldog closes the door. Says, "See you later, pal. Thank you very much." As MB got onto the curb, which surely bogged him down just a little bit, but he's still got great pace, has MB here so far. As away we all go again now. As Jay Gullen boxes to get a fresh set of medium tyres now. As Dave still within that 1 second gap. Has he got DRS? No. And no, he doesn't. He hasn't got the drag reductive system. Not just yet. As Nathan loses out to Podge as well. And soon to be potentially UD as well. So Nathan doing an absolute one-stop there. So maybe he can still score some points up against everyone else. After all the odds and what's happened to him at the start of the race, he's managing to pull some points for Williams still. As James slowly backing off a bit now against Ifney. I think this is going to be where it's all at now between these two. As we head down between these two again, it's 2/10 battling now. Jack Carter slowly but surely catching up on fresh hard tyres. Away we pull now as MB's had a bit of a slide on the exit, so that's going to cost him just a little bit there. But is he going to be able to go for a late move on Bulldog? No, he's not. There's now Banana Rammers catching, I believe, 3/10 a lap here. Fritzy with another 3-second time penalty. But now MB pulling to the inside, sends it. He's going to get left some room. Bit of contact between them both, and he can't make the move. Bulldog's defending at the moment is insane between the drivers so far. Been battling for quite a few laps. There's NMX James now, extremely close, but if again with that bigger battery, 60% between 30 and 12%, it's gonna be tough between James and Ifney here. But at the moment, Ifney, I think he's just driving and not really defending against anyone. Jack Carter gets past MB just before the DRS detection zone. As now away they are going. Jack Carter gets past Bulldog as well. Bulldog maybe going to defend it, go down the inside. Yes, he does. Bit of contact there for the turning point. MB's also got a bit of contact as well, nearly into the wall there. Bulldog very late, thought he could make it. I think Jack Carter didn't expect it. Turned in a little bit much. As Jack Carter, he's ceding position to Bulldog, thinking he might have done something wrong there. Wonderful stuff to see the drivers and the sportsmanship there. As Jay Gullen picks up another 3-second time penalty. As at the moment, this seems to be the only close battle, but now Nathan and UD at it again. Nathan just lets him pass, not playing any games. Bulldog trying to hold on here for dear life against Jack Carter, and he cannot do so. We've got a yellow flag. That is a V-carb of Podge, who's into the wall as well. Podge day not going any better. It's going as dark as the night so far in the sky around the Singapore track, as it's now a battle between P6 and P7 so far for some extra points between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. As now they do this over and over again. Banana Ram is just trying to gain. James is slightly gaining into turn 6 now, and I think the drivers ahead here are going to maybe impact anyone else that might be behind. Fritzy and U-Boat having a little fight of their own, but is it going to be enough at all for them to maybe get out of the way when Banana Ram arrives, as Fritzy cuts the corner as well. Podge into the pits as well as James now very close. There's a yellow flag. That is, I believe, a Mercedes into the wall. Who was that in there then? Who was that? I don't know who that was. Nathan gets a 30-second time penalty for track limit violations. I saw a yellow flag. We have got a yellow flag. That is Yubo into the wall. So now, maybe, just maybe, we potentially could get a potential safety car. The safety car would change things up so drastically for all the drivers. as I think Jay Gullen just nearly went into the wall. Was that Dave that nearly did that as well? Dave still rocking front wing damage. As it's very close again between these two, but at the moment, James' only thing letting him down is the battery management. As U-Boat overtakes Fritzy in the pits, as away they all go again now. Max Scavenger gets past the Mercedes. It's a bit argy-bargy, but the Mercedes gets past back him and says, "See you later, pal, that's mine. Have a good one." And I think the Mercedes might have gotten DRS there as well. No, he didn't. Max Scavenger did. So it's going to be a drag race to the line. No, it's not. Max Scavenger pulls in and plays it safe and thinks, I'll wait it out just a little bit. As we'll have a quick look at Yubo now. As he goes into turn 6 with that front wing damage. Very struggling to make the corner here. But right behind him is Bananarama Play. So at the moment, we're going to be seeing a few blue flags as between these two. Yet again, not much occurring. Max Scavenger gets past Bulldog, says, "See you later, pal, that's mine. Thank you very much." As we'll have a quick look at Yubo and Bananarama's. Yubo needs to see the place, and he does it in a nice, safe, orderly fashion manner, which is what Banana would have liked to see. But James 1.2 now behind the Ferrari, not catching, struggling quite a bit here. That energy recovery system management, the ERS management, isn't doing any favours. As we'll have a look again with the other, with the Sauber, who is drastically straight behind everyone. And I believe he's a lap down, same with Fritzy as well here. As we will have another gander as Jack Carter battling it out with Dave Dev again. So, who's got DRS? Have they both maybe got some drag reduction system here? Maybe? No, Dave Dev doesn't. But Jack Carter on the tail of him on the gearbox, trying to make some moves as Dave just slings it through the corners, and Jack Carter doing the same. Dave with a bit of a wheel spin, that might allow Jack Carter to go on the inside, around the outside, sorry, but it doesn't. And Jack Carter just wakes up again, yet again. As away we all go now. Jack Carter chasing down Dave. Dave defends the inside line. Down the inside they go, very close between one another. Dave with damage. Damaged Dave so far this Grand Prix, but he's done well to keep at it. As we just saw Banana in a glimpse of his rear wing there of the McLaren. As away they all be pulling now. Yubo with a 10-second time penalty for cutting the pit lane again. That is twice he's done that so far. As Bulldog just came out of the pits, I believe, onto fresh medium, which is now Nathan right behind. As we have 5 laps of racing to go now. As Inhale with a DRS of Max Scavenger. Maybe Max burned out those leading hards a bit early on, whilst Inhale maybe saved his hards. As we're heading into turn 14 now, and then turn 15, the little kink here. There's turn 15 into turn 16. We're heading now with these two drivers as NX James not gaining. Neither is Bananarama Plays here. So these two just both waiting it out. As there is both of the Aston Martins with each other. DMB got his teammate behind him, maybe trying to help out his teammate. As away we go now between the drivers. As we have a look, 2 tenths gained, a 10th gain for Bananarama's on NX James, but James loses those 2 tenths very shortly. As Jack Carter just on the back, soon to be hopefully, of Bananarama players who had a 10th place grid penalty and then qualified P10 in Q3 to then drop to the back of the grid, which was P17, to then make it all the way up to P3 so far, with going long on the hard compounded tyre to then box the mediums to make them work at the end. As Fritzy with another track limit violation, and Bulldog retires, who was able to get points. The Mercedes driver retired, all on the back now of Max Scavenger. Is Inhale FC. Is Inhale maybe going to go for a cheeky send? No, he defends the inside line, does Max, and he's able to just pull away for a little bit. As now away they all go. As again. This is where they're all going to be able to pull away. Is it going to be enough for them all though to maybe make a little bit of a cheeky move? Not enough. Banana Ramos loses out a second again. Jack Carter rapidly gaining ever so much on the McLaren driver here as we're heading into the penultimate lap of lap 30 soon. As that is a yellow flag there. I think that was a short period of time for, I believe, MD. As the inhale backs up a bit on the driver of Max, and now he's onto the tail of him again. Max Scavenger burning the battery, same with Inhale. He's trying to make a move. He's got DRS, pulls to the inside line, does in Max Scavenger. He stays defensive and he holds that line for as long as he could. But now the inside line's opened up, but Inhale looks at it and he thought, not just yet, I can wait it out a little bit longer, he thinks. As it's 1.7 between Ifney now, and that's a yellow flag. That is Banana Ramos into the wall, and he's in the middle of the track. There's drivers coming through who are going to have to get away, and he's lost out 2 places. Jack and Dave overtake, and so does MB. Has he got a puncture or any type of damage there? Not that we can see, no visible damage on that car. But now this is going to allow Max Scavenger to also try and catch. Same with Inhale FC, who had a look at the move there but didn't make it. Now 16 seconds behind an MX James, whilst James chasing down Ifney and doing all he can to try and stay with for a little bit. As now Dave has MB on the back of him, who's at the boxer ready for fresh comp for a fresh set of tyres. Yeah, no he didn't. Dave on 3-lap old. Whilst now Podge and Yubo on softs, Fritzy on mediums, as Jay Gullen on 7-lap old tyres now. There's a way, Nathan's round and nearly into the wall, but he keeps it out. Keeps it safe as Nathan maybe developed a bit of a puncture here maybe. Is he in puncture territory with him doing this cheeky one-stop strategy? Look at how old, 25-lap old hard tyres Nathan is on. This is insane from Nathan as MB and Dave squabbling again. Into the left-hander we go now. Into the left, again, another left, then right, then left. And a little bit of a right kink and then left, which takes us into the hairpin here. As Dave's trying to manage these tyres as much as he can and hold MB up. Just trying to recharge that battery a little bit up here. As MB really wanting to get past him now. Really wanting this. But he can't, he's lost out on the exit there. To Dave with a better exit. As Inhale, Max and DMB have all joined the party now to say, ooh, there's a nice little party here, we'll join in and fight with you. As away they all pull now. As now up ahead, it's Dave, it's MB, they all squabbling again. And there's Inhale as well, got DRS, but right behind him on the gearbox, so it's DMB Super Skills, who hasn't got any time penalties so far. There's MB and Dave now squabbling it all out. Dave really just trying to show the amount he can try and just maximise this defending skill. He's showing us how well he can do this. He's showing us that he can race. He's showing us the amount of race space he has as we're on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. Inhale with a 3-second time penalty. Right on the gearbox is Jay Gullen now. And DMP gets past. DMP going to give it a go. Jay Gullen might say, oh, hello, I might take a position here as well. Jay Gullen gets a 3-second time penalty, which puts him on 9 seconds so far. As now, wrapping around the final few corners is Ifney. As Banana Ram is not able to gain here enough on anyone. As Max Scavenger, you'd think, would be able to gain on Banana, who's on dead old medium tyres now. But he can't. Nathan losing out to Podge as well. Nathan, puncture territory here as well. Nathan has 1 lap to go. It's look at the tyres. They are dreaded to continue on. They want to scream. They are screaming to say, let me go. Let me out. As round the final corner comes Ifney to win the Grand Prix. As Ifney's put it into the wall. As Ifney wins the Singapore Grand Prix. NMX James in P2. Gullen gets past in P9. As Jack Carter crossing the line soon. Now to take P3, a battle between all of the drivers there. P4 It's a battle again between MB and Dave. Who's going to take it on track? Is it going to be Dave? Dave takes it on track, and MB takes P5. P6 is going to be Bananarama. As now P7, and then here we go. P7 is Max Scavenger. P8 is DMB. Who someone's into the wall there. That was Gullen into the wall. Inhale gets past Gullen. Gullen into P10. Podge Racing crosses the line. Pritzy finishes P14. Yubo P15 there. As now Podge just gonna come around the final corner. Can now with Nathan. We're gonna go on board with Nathan. He's super close to some punctures here. He's just ever so slightly just weeding them out now. As there goes across the line in P15. Pod crosses the line to take P11. As Nathan's tires on the edge of extinction here. The rubber from now, I believe this is 26 laps there. 27 laps. Box lap 4 to then continue on for the next few set of laps as Nathan takes P13 on track and Judy takes P12. As there we have it, the driver of the day. It's gonna have to go, I'm gonna have to say it, it's gonna have to go to Dave. The amount of battling he did to keep up with everyone was insane. So Dave is the driver of the day, as the race results are Ifney in P1, P2 is James, P3 is Jack, P4 Dave, MB P5, P6 is Bananarama after a 10-place grid penalty and starting P10 in getting into P10 in Q3. DMB Super Skills P8, P9 is Inhale, J Gullen in P10, P11 is Podge, P13, P12 is Udi, P13 F7R Nathan, P14 is Pritzy, Yubo P15, P16 is Bulldog and XD Storms in P17. And here's the race director in case anyone would need it. As there we have it. Guys, thank you all for tuning in to Formula 7 racing. We all appreciate it. The racing was intense and great to watch. As there we have it now. Great racing and great stuff from everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be live shortly in about, I believe, 30 minutes for Tier 2. So be sure to join us all then for Tier 2, where there's a nice championship battle going on there and then. So then join us at 3 p.m. for Tier 4, where I will return. And then in Tier 1, the best of the best, commentated by Nathan. And then on Wednesday, 7 p.m, we have the realistic tier. So be sure to hop in there and join us up, because we now have Formula 2 running in there, I believe, at 5 p.m. Formula 2 starts, so then we move on to realistic. And then don't forget we have ACC as well on a Monday or Tuesday every fortnight, and same with LMU on a Friday. So I've been the commentator, It's1XD, and it was an honour to commentate Tier 3 once again, like in the olden days when we used to do it. So I'll see you all later on. Have a wonderful round.